Hi everybody, thanks for watching. We got a great video for y'all today. One that's taken me a long time to kind of put together. I had a lot of different ideas. What am I doing with this? I've had a lot of different ideas on how to build this, and that's what we're gonna cover today.
This actually took 3 attempts. So the first attempt I tried with some tempered board, which is very thin material that folds really easy. It's available at Home Depot, but it did not work, not the way I wanted. And the second attempt was alignment. It can be very difficult with alignment, and I didn't want to put that video out. So I put my first 2 attempts in there so you can see why I ended up where I did. But I just wanted to kind of give you the design process of where I came from and why I ended up where I did.
Fail. Whew, it's hot. So I also wanted to put this in there because a lot of times you don't see the background of or the story of any of the builds. So what mainly what my channel is about is making these hard builds simplified, make them easy so anybody can do them with limited tools. So I went around a different way to simplify it, and when you try to do that, sometimes it doesn't always work out. So I've had a couple of different issues trying it this way, thinking in my mind how I would do it simplified without going to a huge lumber store, just basic stuff from like Home Depot and some basic tools. So I love the way it's coming out, but I've ran into some issues that may give other people some issues. That's not what I want to have on these builds. I want to have these where it's manageable for a beginner, someone's just barely working with tools, and there's just too many issues coming up with this one. So back to the drawing board on this one. Well, better luck next time, right? Man, it's getting hot out here. Whew, look, I'm all red. I'm under a tarp. It's hot. I gotta drink. All right, for this build, you will need something I haven't really talked about on this channel: bendable plywood. I've tried my best to kind of stay away from that because I know that's not something that's readily available, like at Home Depot, Lowe's. It's not something that you can just go in and get. Maybe some Home Depots have it. I've checked online, but it just constantly says out of stock. So you can go to a lumber yard. Don't be scared. Don't be a lot of people are kind of hesitant to go to a lumber yard because you're not making big orders, but you are looking for a specific product that they do sell. So most towns, cities, they do have at least one or a couple. Just call them up. I just called up. There's one that's not even a couple of miles from my house. I called them up, asked if they had, I wanted 1/2-inch bendable plywood. They don't. I know they make a 3/8 bendable plywood, pine, and a lot of people carry that. That's the one Home Depot carried. It's 3/8. It'll definitely work out for this project. So I called them up. They had it. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe around $50, which that's not bad at all, especially at a lumber store. So I went and picked those up, and then I also picked up some birch plywood to help up for the sides for this. That wasn't even expensive either. It's a lot cheaper than what Home Depot and stuff sells. So a lot of people are hesitant. Their products are usually better at a lower price for most of the stuff that they offer compared to like a big box store. So it might be a little bit out of your comfort zone, but for this build, we need that bendable plywood. I tried so many ways to make it other way that I can find at Home Depot or Lowe's or a big hardware store, but it was just not happening. Like, you can do it, but it just takes so many extra steps and so many extra things you're covering up. I just said, you know what, it's just not worth it. It's better off if you go get the bendable plywood. It makes it so much easier to build and so much sturdier and stronger and less work. So that's what this build's gonna show today. And if you want to know what's bendable plywood, it really is just, you can't do that with normal plywood. Let's get started. All right, to cut this sides, we're gonna use this tool right here. It's a Craig jig for our saw. It's gonna make this so much easier. Again, I went over this when we did the marquee build recently, so definitely this is a plus for anybody who wants your stuff looking clean. This definitely helps out. And again, if you want to know any of the measurements or kind of how I'm building it, I'm gonna have the links to the plans down below in the description. Thanks for supporting this channel.
Now this is the line where I should have drawn all the way across the whole thing to even up, and I'm so off and crooked here, it messes everything up in a little bit.
I should have probably drew a line before I cut it, but if not, you know, next when you do it, cut the line. Whew. I'm gonna have to do some finessing with that one for sure. That gap right there, that's because at the beginning I didn't cut that line straight. Right, this is attempt number 2. I'm telling you, this one was a big, let me show you what went wrong with this one right here. And I was gonna try to fix it, and then I kind of realized, seeing what I would need to do to actually fix it, I said, you know what, that's gonna be a bigger mess than I really want to try to put plans for. And especially, I know I would have to try to explain a lot more on how to shim this up and kind of get this exactly needed. And this one was gonna be a little bit more time consuming, kind of a little bit more fussy to line everything up, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I said, you know what, let's make this a whole, and it's gonna be so much easier and so much better. And also, I decided to change the height. I wanted to go higher, and I didn't want to go as wide. Definitely love the one we came up with. This one, if you have a lot of experience woodworking, you can knock this out easy. This was my first attempt with this one. If I did this again, I know the mistake I did, and it'd be easy to kind of fix again. I definitely wanted to make ours more simplified, so anybody can do it. So that's the reason I didn't go with this design and went with our final design, which came out awesome. I'm not gonna do this route. right, now we're on day 2. Let me just fill you in. So I actually just added the side pieces that I didn't get to show you, and I added the bottom piece. I actually stood it up and just did the inside and the outside same way. Then I kind of put some wood filler in all the nail holes, build the outer edges, and then sand and paint. We're done. Let's get started. Wasn't ready for that. Alright everybody, I just want to say thank you for watching this channel and supporting what we do. I'll catch you on the next one. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Definitely the channel's growing. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe below and like this video.